F-22 Raptor's deadly AIM-260 JATM missile secret revealed. For over 20 years, one aircraft has been the definition of air superiority. A machine so far ahead of its time, it completely rewrote the rules for speed, stealth, and battlefield awareness. We're talking, of course, about the F-22 Raptor. It was built to be the undisputed king of the skies, a ghost an enemy would never see coming. And for years, that's exactly what it was. But time doesn't stand still for anyone. In the shadows, new threats began to rise, adversary jets armed with missiles designed to outrange and outfly America's best, threatening to finally crack the Raptor's armor of invincibility. This wasn't just a new challenge, it was a dangerous reality that, if ignored, could spell the end of an era. But what if the F-22 has been hiding an ace up its sleeve? A trump card, held back for this very moment. A new weapon so revolutionary, it doesn't just level the playing field, it flips the whole table over. For the first time, we're piecing together the clues about the AIM-260 Joint Advanced Tactical Missile. We'll break down how this new weapon appears to fit inside the Raptor's classified weapons bays, explore the new combat loadouts pilots will likely use, and look at the next-generation tactics that could ensure the F-22 remains the apex predator of the skies. To really get why the AIM-260 is such a big deal, you first have to appreciate the beast it was made for. The F-22 Raptor isn't just a jet, it's a flying fortress of technology, built on three game-changing pillars. First, its legendary stealth. From its sharp angles and sawtooth edges to its radar-absorbent skin, every single part of the Raptor is designed to make it a phantom on enemy radar. While other jets have to brute force their way through defenses, the F-22 was designed to just glide right past them. Second, its sheer power and grace. The Raptor's two Pratt & Whitney F-119 engines have thrust vectoring nozzles that let it pull off maneuvers that seem to laugh in the face of physics. But its secret weapon is supercruise, the ability to fly at sustained supersonic speeds, over Mach 1.5, without lighting up its fuel-hungry afterburners. This gives the F-22 a massive energy advantage, letting it control the fight, pick its battles, or just disappear at speeds its rivals can't touch. And third, its brain, a sensor fusion system that revolves around the incredible APG-77 ESA radar. The F-22 doesn't just see the battlefield, it builds a complete 360-degree picture, sharing it with other Raptors through a stealthy data link without ever giving away its position. For a long time, this combination was unbeatable. But a new problem started brewing in the East. Adversaries, particularly China with its PL-15 missile, began fielding very long-range weapons. The PL-15 was a clear shot across the bow, a missile designed to threaten American jets from a distance that strained the reach of the Raptor's trusted AIM-120 ROM. This development was a key reason the AIM-260 program was secretly kicked off back in 2017. For the first time in a generation, America's air dominance was being seriously challenged, and the Pentagon knew it needed a powerful answer. That answer is the AIM-260 Joint Advanced Tactical Missile, or JATM. This isn't just a small upgrade, it's so important that the Department of Defense called it the #1 air-to-air weapon priority. Developed in secret for years by Lockheed Martin, we're finally getting a glimpse of it, thanks to official budget documents and, most revealingly, a 2025 rendering from Nevaeh. And looking at that first official image, one thing really stands out: what's missing? Unlike the AIM-120 ROM, the JATM in the rendering has a smooth, sleek body with no mid-body fins, apparently relying only on its tail fins for control. While not officially stated, this kind of design strongly suggests it's built for one purpose above all: slicing through the air with less drag to achieve incredible speed and range. The magic is on the inside. The AIM-260 is thought to pack a much bigger and more powerful rocket motor into a body that was brilliantly engineered to have the same general shape as the AIM-120 it replaces. This was a critical demand from the start. The new missile had to fit on the same launch rails and inside the same weapons bays of America's stealth fighters. While its exact range is a closely guarded secret, analysts have speculated it could reach targets anywhere from 120 to 160 miles away. This would give it a huge leg up over the current AIM-120D and is clearly intended to overmatch rival missiles. But range is only half the story. The JATM is also expected to have a top-of-the-line guidance system, likely including a two-way data link and an advanced active radar seeker for its final attack run. This would let an F-22 fire the missile and guide it silently toward a target, sending it updates before the missile's own seeker blinks on for the kill. It's a crucial feature for hitting agile targets at extreme distances. So, the big question has always been, how do you get this new, longer-reaching weapon to fit inside the F-22? The answer is the key to the Raptor's future. The F-22's greatest power is its stealth, and that stealth depends on carrying its weapons internally. The second you hang a missile on a wing, the jet's radar signature gets a whole lot bigger. This is why Lockheed Martin was reportedly given a simple, but firm, rule: make the JATM fit the same space as the AIM-260. Based on the official rendering, it looks like they pulled it off. The imagery confirms an AIM-120-like shape, which implies it will be compatible with the F-22's main weapons bay without needing huge, costly modifications. That's a serious engineering win. It means the Raptor can get a massive firepower upgrade while keeping the clean, stealthy profile it needs to survive in dangerous airspace. So what will a combat-ready F-22 look like in the JATM era? While there's no official confirmation, the working assumption in the defense community is that if the dimensions match, the F-22 could carry a full internal load of 6 AIM-260s, just like it currently does with 6 AIM-260s. A 6 JATM loadout would turn the F-22 into an untouchable long-range sniper, able to take out an entire enemy flight before they even know they're being targeted. On top of this, the Air Force is looking at ways to give the Raptor longer legs. Recent concept art shows F-22s with new low-drag fuel tanks and pods. These are designed to extend the jet's range, which is critical in the massive Pacific theater, while having a smaller impact on its stealth than older tanks. A likely scenario would be a Raptor flying with these tanks on the way to a mission, then dropping them as it gets close to enemy airspace, returning the jet to its slick, stealthy form. This gives pilots more flexibility to trade range for stealth, depending on the mission. A new missile is just a piece of metal without the brains to use it. Integrating the AIM-260 is as much a software challenge as it is a hardware one, and it's happening under a program called the Raptor Agile Capability Release, or RACR. Instead of waiting years for huge updates, RACR rolls out new capabilities in smaller, faster, more manageable steps. It's these software updates that will truly unlock the JATM. This new code will overhaul the pilot's cockpit displays, creating new ways to target and manage the missile and integrating the data link needed to guide it after launch. It's the digital thread that connects the pilot's decision to the missile's impact. But it's not just software. The F-22 is slated to get a critical sensor upgrade that perfectly complements the JATM's long reach, a podded infrared search and track, or IRST, system. For years, the lack of a built-in IRST was seen as one of the Raptor's few blind spots. An IRST is a passive sensor, it just looks for the heat signatures of other aircraft without sending out any energy of its own. This is a game changer because it's resistant to radar jamming and, more importantly, allows the F-22 to find and track enemies, even other stealth jets, without ever turning on its own powerful radar. Recent budget documents suggest the Air Force is moving forward with these IRST pods, with a goal for initial deliveries around 2028. Now, let's paint a picture of what this all makes possible. Imagine two F-22s on patrol, using their new IRST pods to silently scan the sky hundreds of miles out. One of them picks up the faint heat of a hostile jet. That tracking data is shared instantly and silently between the two Raptors using their secure data link. They now have a target, but they haven't made a single electronic peep. The enemy has no idea they're being watched. The lead pilot designates the target. Thanks to the AIM-260's range, the Raptors are safely outside the enemy's reach. The pilot launches a JATM. The missile drops from the bay, its motor fires, and the doors snap shut, keeping the Raptor stealthy. As the missile flies, the F-22 keeps feeding it updated targeting info. Only in the final moments does the missile's own seeker switch on, making it almost impossible to evade. This is the potential future of air combat, a silent, long-range, digital ambush. The arrival of the AIM-260 isn't just giving the F-22 a longer spear, it's poised to fundamentally change how it fights. With this new weapon, the Air Force can write a new playbook for air dominance, built around the unique advantages of an upgraded Raptor. The goal is to restore and expand the first look, first shot, first kill doctrine that has defined American air power. With the JATM, F-22s could once again feel confident engaging targets from well beyond the enemy's own range. This forces adversaries into a defensive fight from the very start, having to assume that a missile from a jet they can't see might already be in the air. This new ecosystem opens the door for advanced tactics like cooperative engagement. The theory goes like this: imagine 4 F-22s. The two lead Raptors fly ahead, acting as silent scouts using their IRSTs. The two trailing Raptors fly behind them, completely electronically silent, radars off. The scouts can then pass targeting data back to the shooters, who can launch their AIM-260s without ever giving away their position with a radar pulse. They become virtually undetectable executioners. The system could also allow for complex attacks. A single pilot might launch two JATMs at the same high-value target, timed seconds apart. The first missile forces the enemy to make a hard defensive turn, bleeding off speed and energy. That makes them a sitting duck for the second missile that arrives moments later. This combination of a long-range IRST to find a target and a long-range JATM to kill it makes the F-22 a much deadlier hunter of other stealth aircraft. These new tactical concepts, built around staying quiet, sharing data, and striking from incredible distances, are how the F-22 is being reborn as an even more dominant predator. The F-22 Raptor was created to own the sky, and for 2 decades, it did. Now, as new threats emerge, it's not quietly fading into retirement, it's evolving. The AIM-260 JATM, paired with new sensors and smarter software, isn't just an upgrade, it's a transformation in the making. It ensures the Raptor can strike from the shadows, from farther away and faster than ever, reasserting itself as the world's most feared air superiority fighter. The king isn't giving up his throne, he's just getting sharper claws. But what do you think? Does the combination of the AIM-260 and a new IRST make the F-22 unbeatable for the next decade? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.